Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are talking about the Chills Festival dropping tomorrow in NBA 2K26 My Team, including Pink Diamond LeBron, Pink Diamond Hakeem, Diamond OG Anunoby, Patrick Ewing, and Amethyst Zachary Ricochet, and Michael Porter Jr. This has the potential to be something that revitalizes the My Team game mode in a lot of ways. It also has the potential to be very disappointing. We'll see which it winds up being, and it might honestly even be a combination of both. That's the most likely outcome in my opinion. That being said, before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into it. So, Pink Diamond LeBron, Diamond Hakeem. The question is, will you be able to get one of those two cards for free? The likely answer is no. I'm hoping the answer is yes. If they drop enough challenges to get one of those two players for free, / the game is grindable enough over the next couple weeks or however long they do this festival so that you can get one of those two players for free, I think this is really good. If those guys are completely unattainable without spending hundreds of dollars, this is going to be a disappointing festival in my opinion. OG Anunoby is going to be a great reward. Patrick Ewing will probably be extremely mediocre because his jumper is always bad, unless they changed it this year, which I doubt. And then Michael Porter Jr., Zachary Ricochet. MPJ is going to be just a shooter. He won't be great. Ricochet is a free 6'10 shooting guard. Depending on stats and badges, he could actually be a legitimately good card. I also don't know what his jumper looks like, but I could see him being good. And then obviously there's going to be other rewards attached to this as well that won't be players, and fingers crossed some of those rewards wind up being pretty good. We'll have to wait and see if they give us actual rewards that are worth grinding for and stuff. And also if there's any way to make MT from this festival as well. Last year, a lot of the early festivals you could make a lot of MT from. Will that be the case this year? I'm interested to find out. Now, I will say I am trying Patrick Ewing's jumper right now. I'm sure that this all-time Ewing probably doesn't have a very high three ball. Yeah, he's got a 65, so that's real low, but that shot ain't very good, so that's why I don't think he'll be great. He'll be able to hit wide open, and especially with no-dip shooting being in the game this year, I'm sure his stats will enable him to be at least able to kind of hit wide open, but he's going to be probably about a 73 ball with an ugly jumper. That's not going to be a guy realistically that's great, which is why I say that really you're probably looking at, because we know MPJ is not going to be great defensively, you're probably looking at OG Anunoby and Ricochet potentially being the only two really good free cards if LeBron / Hakeem aren't available, which would be pretty disappointing if the way that they come back and drop this festival is with a bunch of HOF boxes, which I'm sure we're going to get HOF boxes tomorrow. Will they be worth opening? We'll find out. And then also with two unattainable players in LeBron and Hakeem, you need Pink Diamond Pumpkins, it looks like, to get LeBron and I assume Hakeem as well. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I would assume. The question is what the exchange rate is going to be. If it's like last year and we have, because the way the first festival worked for Dia de los Muertos last year, you had gold, ruby, amethyst diamond, and pink diamond exchange pieces. It looks as though, my guess is it'll probably be the same. But again, if you have to get a certain amount of, like, I don't know, 5 gold pieces for every ruby piece, and then you have to get 5 ruby pieces for every amethyst piece, and 4 amethysts for every diamond, and then 3 diamonds for every pink diamond or whatever, that's going to be a ton of games that have to be played to be able to get even just a couple of pink diamond pieces, let alone enough pieces for LeBron or Hakeem. And like that could make those guys basically completely and utterly unattainable to the vast majority of the community unless you're willing to spend money, which again would kind of make sense, to be fair, if that's how 2K did it, because they like money, right? But man, I don't know. I'm really hoping that that's not the case. This is such a huge opportunity for 2K to regain public positive interest. And if they make it so that you can get one of those two guys for free, I mean, that would be massive for the game. And to be fair, there's a lot of people that will spend enough money to get both of them. You know what I mean? There will be people, especially if they make it so you can get one for free, that will absolutely spend the money to get the second one. You know what I mean? And there will be a lot of people who, just off of that, would be like, okay, I'm willing to spend money on this game again. I think people are going to spend money tomorrow anyway, to be totally fair, with HOF boxes, which I guess is their choice. I don't know, man. I hope this is good. I do. We'll see. I really am interested to find out. I'm glad there's something new. You know what I mean? And I am excited about the potential of these cards. I just think there's a really, really good chance. Maybe I'm just being a Debbie Downer. There's just a really good chance that LeBron and Hakeem are $500 cards. And it's like, there's no way to get them without spending hundreds of dollars. That would be really disappointing to me if that's the way this winds up working. I don't know, man. At the end of the day, we'll see what happens. I'm also interested to see, is this going to be Pink Diamond Hidden Gem LeBron, or are they going to give us a different LeBron? Because obviously this LeBron right now is a Miami Heat older LeBron. Will they change and give us this same LeBron as a younger Cavs LeBron, the way that the new card art is? I don't know. I'll be interested to find out, though. They may also just drop a separate Pink Diamond LeBron tomorrow, because Hakeem does not have a Pink Diamond Hidden Gem. Would not be surprised if they save this LeBron for later and drop him in packs with like a... once they start putting out Galaxy Opals, and they drop a Pink Diamond LeBron in packs in a month. They did that technically last year with SGA, which is why I think it wouldn't shock me if they did that, because SGA was actually the headlining player in 2K25 for the Dia de los Muertos Festival, and he wound up getting another Pink Diamond dropping in packs later on, I believe, in Season 3. We can look last year and it shows. See, there was the Countdown one in Season 3 and the Dia de los Muertos one in Season 2. So maybe that's what winds up happening here. Maybe it converts to this one. Either way, I assume his stats and battles will be very similar to this card, and he will be, especially since fading doesn't matter very much anymore. Bron doesn't have a good fade this year. He will easily, I would think, probably be the best small forward in the game. Good catch and shoot jumper, incredible slasher, incredible defender. Decent SIGs, but not amazing. Fun to use, sure. Probably not absolutely insanely overpowered, believe it or not, although he will be very good. Honestly, here's my thing. I'd be happy if they made LeBron unattainable and Hakeem attainable. That would be completely fine with me. I just hope they do this in a way where you are not limited as a no money cent player to diamond and below, because I don't expect there's going to be MT making methods the way there were last year with this. Not to mention, those MT making methods wouldn't work as well anyway this year, because like diamond shoes quick sell for less than they did last year, for example, and things of that nature. And MT doesn't go that far on this game because every single good card is extremely rare, and therefore they're unbelievably expensive. So it's like, to really buy insane level cards, you literally need millions of MT, which is absurd, but it's just kind of how it is right now. We'll see if pack odds get better tomorrow as well, alongside of this. I don't have super high hopes in that respect. But again, Hakeem will likely be, I would think... I mean, let's be honest here. How good is Hakeem going to be compared to the best bigs in the game? He's going to be Embiid level. You know what I mean? Great, or very solid shooter with a really nice release. He's going to be an awesome finisher, an elite defender, and he's going to have very good stats. I mean, it'll probably be a little bit better than this card, to be totally honest. I would think pretty similar, but likely very slightly better would be my guess. Because 2K seems to be making cards a little better than they were previous years at times in certain terms of stats and badges. It just seems like it's a little more ahead of the curve with some of these cards this year, but we'll see. This would be awesome if guys like Bron and Hakeem are attainable at all. If they're extremely expensive, it's going to be disappointing. It's just the honest truth. I am excited about OG Anunoby, though. I will say that. He should be freaking awesome. His Amethyst is still a good small forward. So if nothing else, there's a really good small forward that everybody's going to be able to get for free tomorrow, which will be a big W. That I can guarantee y'all. Looking at OG's Amethyst last year, you're looking at 88 speed, 86 3-ball, 90 driving dunk, 85 interior, 93 perimeter. Versatile, solid defender. Only 2 Hoffs. I assume he'll have more Hall of Fame badges this year. I could be wrong, but I again expect that they'll badge him out a little more, especially considering his Amethyst is the same card, basically, with slightly better stats in some ways, but the same Hall of Fame badges as that Diamond had last year. So I would assume we get 5 or 6 Hoffs on him, hopefully, and he's a little more complete, a little more versatile. Either way, really good jump shot, versatile defender, pretty solid SIGs too, to be totally honest, for a wing. I actually think this OG, and his jumper's on quick too. He's going to be nice. He's going to be really, really nice. He's a great free card. And Ricochet is 6'10" with an actually good jumper. I'll show you all this real quickly. I hopped into freestyle as I was recording this. Shot. Okay, that one looked terrible because it didn't register my no dip. Of course, as soon as I'm not going to lie, his shot's not that bad, though. I know the first 2 don't look great. It's a teeny bit on the slow end. I get that. But with no dip especially, it's not that bad off the catch and shoot. And he's 6'10" at shooting guard. If his stats and badges are good, that is a budget beast right there, without a doubt. So interested to see if he winds up being good as well. He also has, like, good SIGs, too. Look how he moves. I mean, his jumper may not be amazing, but that dude is moving. He's going to be a really, really nice card. So that's a budget beast potentially as well tomorrow. And we'll see what the rest of the event looks like. We'll see how the packs look tomorrow and how expensive things are. And it's going to be fascinating to see what happens. Tomorrow could be an incredible day for my team. It could also be a very disappointing day for my team. I'm really interested to see which it winds up being, or if it winds up being somewhere in between. I feel like the most likely outcome is certainly somewhere in between. But we'll see what happens. I am at least excited for new content. That's for sure. But we'll see. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.